So you quite like playing games with other people, but couch co-op doesn't quite cut it. You prefer your allies to number in the hundreds rather than single digits. Sounds to us like you're looking for an MMO. In this video, I will show you some best MMORPG games for PS4 in 2021. But before we start this video, please subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is The Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. If the idea of paying a monthly subscription fee to play an MMO puts you off, you can't go far wrong with Elder Scrolls Online Tamriel Unlimited. This takes place in the same fantasy world as Skyrim and Oblivion, though way back in time. The huge appeal of Elder Scrolls Online is that it allows you to explore Tamriel in all its glory, from the alien-like landscape of Morrowind through the battle-torn Cyrodiil all the way to the picturesque scenery of the Somerset Isles. Next up we have Destiny 2. If you prefer your spaceships to your dragons, Destiny 2 will definitely appeal. It's a more streamlined and focused affair than your typical MMO, but there's still an absolute ton of content to battle your way through. The goal in Destiny is to collect loot, and more loot across a wide variety of game modes. You've got story mode, planetary patrols, a variety of PvP modes in the Crucible, and PvP combined in Gambit, and strikes and raids, depending on your challenge level preference. Next up we have Warframe. Destiny 2 and Warframe feel like two sides of the same coin. Both take place in a sci-fi universe, feature a wide variety of magical classes to play as, and focus heavily on the loot. Where they differ though, is in the pricing. Warframe might feel less polished than Destiny 2, but it's entirely free to play. It also just so happens to have one of the fairest free-to-play monetization systems going, so you can play entirely for free and miss out on nothing if you're willing to put in the grind. Next up we have Neverwinter. Neverwinter takes place in the infamous Dungeons & Dragons city that has been the focus of 3 video games and numerous expansions over the past 2 decades. It provides a decent place to spend your time in without dropping a dime, with dungeons to battle through, dragons to fight, and a wealth of typical D&D classes to choose from. Whether you like to swing a big sword, chuck a fireball or two, or sneak around without being seen, there's plenty for you to get stuck into. Next up we have Tera. Tera is another free-to-play MMO that will appeal to those that have a penchant for fantasy. If swinging absolutely huge swords at monsters that don't even fit comfortably on your 4K TV is your idea of a good time, Tera will put a massive grin on your face. Next up we have Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous is for those of you that like layers and layers of depth. You play as commander of your very own starship in the distant 34th century and head on out to explore a full-scale recreation of the Milky Way. There are over 30 different ships to choose from and customize with hundreds of different modular components. This is where that depth comes in, as you can truly forge your own playstyle if you plan on digging deep enough. Next up we have Planetside 2. If you're the sort of person that doesn't believe bigger can be better, Planetside 2 would like a word. This shooter puts the word massive in massively multiplayer, challenging you to participate with and against other players in full-scale planetary war. Next up we have Star Trek Online. If you're a fan of Star Trek, you've probably played Star Trek Online already. This sci-fi MMORPG takes place in the same universe as the hit TV and film series and will see you interact with recognizable worlds, characters, and alien species. You'll play as a captain, and you can customize every aspect of their appearance. Next up we have Trove. Trove takes Minecraft's formula and seasons it with a bit of MMO and RPG to create something a little bit different. You'll build stuff, head out on adventure as a wide variety of different characters, and explore a fully destructible world. Ultimately, Trove just takes the idea of a sandbox MMORPG to the next level. If you can imagine it, chances are that you can do it in Trove. The last game of this video is Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. If you can afford the price of entry and monthly subscription fee, look no further than Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn. Not only is it one of the most popular MMORPGs right now, it's also one of the most well-regarded Final Fantasy games to date. There's an absolute wealth of content, including a well-written story, a wide variety of classes and jobs to choose from, guilds, player housing, a fashion system, crafting and gathering, and, of course, hardcore raids to battle through. So that's the list of 10 best MMORPG games for PS4 that you can play in 2021. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming updates.